Astria Health announced last month that it couldn't afford to continue providing cardiology services at its Sunnyside Hospital, but they're still struggling financially. And now, as KVU's Emily Goodell tells us, they're making another cut, this time to the Family Maternity Center at Astria Toppenish Hospital.
After midnight on January 14th, expectant mothers will no longer be able to have their babies delivered at Astria Toppenish Hospital.
We have employed Herculean efforts to keep our labor and delivery service through our OB unit open and have not been successful.
Astria says their finances have been hit hard by the pandemic, losing its 150% Medicaid reimbursement rate last summer and staffing shortages that have left them relying on traveling nurses.
Those are extremely expensive. In 2022, the cost for our traveler nurses have gone up by 199%.
Plus, inflation driving up the cost of medical supplies and labor by 25%. In the past 12 months, Astria's lost more than $3 million trying to keep the family and maternity center open. They say those losses aren't sustainable.
It's a perfect storm that's hit us that has just made it impossible for us to continue this service line.
Astria says no one from that department is getting fired or laid off.
It's whether or not they want to stay and take on a different nursing role.
Doctors can still deliver babies in the ER in an emergency, and other services for expectant mothers aren't going away.
In our medical clinics, we have OB services, we have pediatric services, so those outpatient services will remain, and we will keep all of our imaging and laboratory services as well.
But the 400 babies born at Astria Toppenish every year will have to be delivered elsewhere.
But they won't be able to deliver here, so they will go to either Sunnyside, which is Astria Sunnyside Hospital is about 18 miles from here, and Multi-Care Yakima Memorial Hospital is about 22 to 23 miles.
When KVU asked whether there are any concrete plans to cut back or close more services, Astria officials said,
at this point, we feel like we've made some very strong decisions to support the health and the long-term viability of both hospitals.
Anyone with questions about where they should plan to give birth should contact their family doctor or OBGYN. In Toppenish, Emily Goodell, KVU Local News.
Astria Sunnyside Hospital will stop providing the bulk of its cardiology services tomorrow, and the Toppenish Hospital will continue labor and delivery service again through midnight on January 14th.